I want you to think of doing one thing, just one thing. And you did that one thing over the course of a couple of weeks, maybe even a month or a couple of months. And at the end of that couple of months, literally nothing happened. Nothing changed. What do you do at that point? Is it because you didn't really put forth the effort that you knew you could? Was it that you were inconsistent and you didn't do it every single day like you knew you should have? Was it that your idea just wasn't that great to begin with? What do you do? Do you keep going, putting more time into it? Or do you pivot and start looking at a new idea? Decisions. But the big question becomes, what happens? Because what most people would do is say, this one thing didn't work out. Things just aren't meant for me. I'm just not meant for success. And as silly as that sounds, so many people do it so often because they're looking for that one thing, that one magic bullet that's going to change their lives forever. And they take so much time just trying to find that one thing. They take so much time making a decision on just moving forward on that one thing that when it doesn't work out within 3 months, 5 months, 6 months, a year, they completely give up on themselves. Now, this sounds really silly, and it is. But what's happening here is somebody saying, I want to just have to do one thing. Just tell me what that thing is, and I'll go do it. Just tell me what it is that's going to give me the success that I want, and I'm going to go do that one thing. But here's the thing. There is no one thing. See, good ideas are found by disproving a whole ton of bad ideas. When you disprove an idea to work, that puts you a step closer to an idea that will work. Because understand, there's so many times that we try to figure out how something's going to work before we ever take any action on it. And that's the complete wrong way to understand if something's going to work or not. We never know. We never know what's going to work before we try it. We can think it will work. We can think it won't work. But the truth is, we'll never know until we actually do it. It's a scientific method. Here's a little story on that. Imagine a princess who has a prince that she's looking for and desperately wants to find, yet the evil witch put a curse on the prince and turned him into a frog. And the princess says, "Where is my prince? Where is he?" And the witch says, "I've turned him into a frog, and he's right over there, right by the pond." And the princess runs over to the pond, and she sees hundreds of frogs. Which one's the prince? She picks one up, and she gives him a giant kiss, and nothing, still a frog. She picks up a second one, gives the second one a kiss. This must be it. Nothing. It's still a frog. And she keeps kissing frogs, one after another, after another. It goes from 3 to 5 to 10 to 20 to 50 frogs. Now, at this point, the princess is saying, is this even worth it? Is this just a cruel joke that this witch has told me my prince is here and he's really actually not? Is she going to give up on true love because she feels that this just isn't working out? Or is she committed to what she truly wants? And she's willing to kiss all of these frogs, even if it means that none of them were the prince, just because I don't want to leave any single stone left unturned. And so she continues kissing frogs, trying to find that one true love kiss that's going to turn the frog into the prince. As long as she keeps going and she keeps going, there's still a chance that he's out there. And then she picks up one frog and she gives him a kiss. And all of a sudden, magic starts swirling around this frog, and poof, there he stands in front of her, her prince. The spell has been broken. And what is the moral of this story? We find the good ideas by going through all of the bad ones first. Sometimes you gotta kiss a few frogs, sometimes hundreds, before finding your prince. So if you're in the middle of something that's not working right now, it's okay. Realize that these types of things, you have to go through bad ideas. You have to go through things that aren't going to work. But the question is what are you learning from the process? So right now, this 90-day experiment that we're doing, I've been creating all of these different videos. We're on video 72, and it's been amazing. But some of these videos have been absolutely terrible. Some of them, I think, have turned out pretty well. But some of them have been awful. But I've learned something from each of them. So like right now, I'm trying to be more animated in some of these videos because I think for some of the last ones, especially since I had COVID, they were a little more down here, right? So I'm trying something new because as long as we do something new, as long as we try something just a little bit different, we're taking steps forward to finding what really works. What is the good idea that's going to work out for us? Because I guarantee you, no matter what ideas you're working on right now, as long as you keep going with it, as long as you keep testing different things and trying different things out, you're going to find what works. It's the scientific method, because that's how success works. You find all of the things that don't work before you find the stuff that does work. It's the way science works. You don't think that they just made massive discoveries by just showing up and saying, you know what, let's try and figure out the one way that works to create a light bulb or to create electricity or to create anything that you could do, any sort of new medication. No, they show up and they do a lot of stuff that doesn't work. And then they do a lot more stuff that doesn't work. And then they try a lot more stuff that doesn't work until they find one thing that actually gives a hint that it could work. And then they start focusing on that one thing. But it took them figuring out all the things that don't work. Now, this is one of the biggest problems that I find with people who want to move forward and want to improve their lives. Because they're trying to find just that one thing that works right off the bat to begin with. And that's not how you're going to succeed. You succeed by finding all of the stuff that doesn't work first and then doubling down on the one thing that you find that does. Because the more times that we can find what does work and double down and triple down on that and discard everything else that didn't work before, that's how you build success. That's how you build anything that you want in your life, is to stick with it with trying a whole bunch of other things and trying to find the one thing that works. Now, is this tedious? Yes, it is. Is this difficult? Absolutely it is. Does this take a whole ton of time and effort and sacrifice and blood and sweat and tears? Yes, it does. But if you're willing to do it, if you are one of the rare individuals who are willing to stick with it no matter what, you, my friend, will find absolute success that you're looking for. I guarantee it. This is part of what this 90-day experiment is about. It's trying the new things. It's committing to trying things just in a little bit different way every single day for 90 days. Getting 90 days worth of experience in. And then being able to see what worked and what didn't. But holding you accountable to showing up for those 90 days. Rather than having a few days here, and then 2 months with no action, and then a few more days over here, and then another week and a half with no action, right? We're being consistent for 90 days because the more information we can pack together, the more we see what works and what didn't, and we start doubling down on what works. I hope this has been I want you to notice that by you taking these steps every single day for these 90 days, you are getting a step closer every single day. And we're almost there. We're almost at our 90-day goal. And this is what's so super exciting about this, is because you're building the habit of taking steps forward every single day. You're building a habit of building yourself to be bigger and better every single day. And that is what's going to keep you moving forward far beyond those 90 days. I hope this has been valuable for you today. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, because we're going to be trying some more stuff. We're going to see if it works. It might work, it might not. But if it works, we're going to keep doing more of it. If it doesn't work, we're going to stop doing it. Simple as that. But the one thing we're never going to do, we're never going to quit. We're going to keep going, because we're going to keep going, and we're going to keep trying new stuff, and we're going to keep trying stuff that doesn't work, and we're going to toss that out. We're going to try some more stuff that doesn't work. But we're going to keep going until we achieve the goals that we set out for ourselves. This, my friends, is what we are here for, is to succeed no matter what, finding what works and tossing out everything that doesn't. So I will see you tomorrow. I'm super excited about it. And until tomorrow, make sure to take action now.